Hey everybody, welcome back to Mass Effect 3, episode number 65. When we left off, we just finished with a Normandy episode where we talked about the fall of Thessia with the entire crew. It was a pretty good episode, actually, despite not being very action-oriented. And now that we continue, we're probably going to go do a Citadel episode because it's been so long since I've had an exhaustive Citadel episode. First, I imagine we should check the map for... That was a slow load. Check the map for possible resources and such. I don't think there'll be any here because there's no Reapers here. Or there are Reapers here because they just got here. That was what the whole episode was about. Yeah. Does that mean there's going to be stuff in this? Maybe this is just going to be a space exploration episode before we go to the Normandy, because I'd like to gather everything and then go to the Normandy. Is that Thessia? No. Am I? Yeah, never mind. That's Thessia. Well, apparently there's nothing here, unless there's something out here. Boop!
Signal confirmed.
There is! Apparently the Reapers are busy on Thessia and are not alerted to me when I scan here. Tavera is a hydrogen methane ice giant with a frozen core, the core of frozen ammonia and trace hydrocarbons. The world is named for an ancient Asari goddess of love, sex, travel, and law, because those are important to go together. Spheres of influence whose overlap initially baffled human xenoanthropologists. True. I'm not even a xenoanthropologist, and I'm baffled. Wait, maybe even is the wrong word there. Anyway, Asari reproductive instincts are strongly exogamorous. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look that up at some point. And before alien contact, their instincts sent the Asari roaming outside their kinship groups to avoid mating with relatives. The journeys necessitated a system of rules governing guests, fugitives, and alliances, all watched over by the goddess Tavera. The Reapers have ignored Tavera so far. Its science stations and moon-based mining equipment offer little strategic importance. Strategic. It is likely that a destroyer will eventually be sent here to exterminate any civilians. It doesn't have a population. Alright. So, since I've beaten the destroyer here, what is my reward? 10,000 credits? The Asari 5th Fleet? Asari Cruiser Sibian? Yep. Super important. That's all the assets here. What about assets for the system? 11. Wonderful. Tomoros.
I found something.
Yes, you found Reapers. Pragueia? There's a methane ammonia gas giant notable for large deposits of platinum discovered by a Lucia colonist on its largest moon. Asari have been selling the precious metals used in some medical equipment to the Certa Foundation for less than its market value. The discount may have single-handedly saved Certa from bankruptcy, a debt that is being rapidly repaid galaxy-wide through Certa's humanitarian efforts. The Reaper presence in this system has no doubt cut off supplies to the Foundation. No doubt. Common knowledge, the Reaper invasion has cut off supplies to the Foundation. Another cruiser. Apparently the Asari Navy was scattered at best. Where's your fuel? I found it, and it's far away from all the Reapers. Yay! Wreckage of a fuel depot. 200 units. Almost enough to pay for the trip.
Faster than light jump success.
If only that were real. Every time you go on a road trip, you, oh, I'm only 33% done. Oh boy. You could randomly find enough fuel to make the trip worthwhile.
Signal confirmed.
That's fuel. Those are Reapers. This is an asset. Egalic. This is getting rough. Where can I get back into the human systems? Alliance space. The system's only gas giant has rings laced with the faintest traces of element 0 dust, likely from an extrasolar asteroid pulverized by a collision with the planet's moons. Collecting and refining the EZO in dust form is a long and costly process. The Elko's Combine sought the mineral rights to Egalik from the matriarchs on Thessia, but the Reaper invasion stopped any deal from going through. The equipment here is undamaged by Reapers. The attack on Nyakal likely taking priority. Likely. Most probably. I tell you what's harder than reading out loud is reading alien stuff out loud. Asari research ships. More ships from the Asari. So, something tells me I should not just...
Invasion successful.
Oh, come on. I'm gonna get some fuel. Oh god. I didn't see that Reaper there. He was covered by a green arrow. The wreckage of a fuel depot. 350 units of fuel. Run!
Reapers eluded.
Lalessa? Sure. Over halfway done with the system. It's a big one. On the outskirts? No. Didn't alert the Reapers. That's a good sign. I spoke too soon. Let's get into the core worlds here. Nope. Oh, come on. Aha! You look
I
important.
found something.
Great. Ah, and fuel. It's both right next to each other. I might be able to pick it up in one
Faster than light jump successful.
swoop. Go, 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 go. Oh, man. 3 Reapers bearing down on me. Treichel is a small rock planet that was home to a centuries-old Asari venture called the Cheery Super Collider. This massive particle accelerator encircled the entire planet at an orbital distance. When political seas changed among the Asari republics led to... Wow, that was bad. When political sea changed among the Asari republics led to funding... When political sea change among the Asari republics led to funding cuts, human scientists stepped in with the credits and labor to finish the project. Renaming it the Suskin Collider, it came online just days before the Reapers invaded the galaxy. Sweet. Good timing. When the Reapers entered the system, they dispatched a swarm of capital ships towards Treichel, treating the Super Collider as a greater threat than the Asari naval fleet stationed at Sanvez. This is terrible. They blasted it apart, sending debris hurtling to Treichel surface. I'm going to say Treichel. Several ships carrying Super Collider staff escaped before the Reapers hit. So I imagine that's what I found, unless I find research data. Asari engineers. Run away! I'm not even going to try to do it in one maneuver.
Evasion successful.
We will pick it up now. Give me that fuel so I can get out of here. 500 units? I'm drowning in fuel.
Reapers eluded.
77. Alright, there's something out here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Not the most efficient route to Vernio. Ugh, another large system. It involves lots of scanning for nothing.
Signal confirmed.
Hopefully. Politia. Politia is a ring... Politia? Politia is a ring gas giant composed of hydrogen, helium, and traces of ammonia. It has 26 moons, but the Asari extracted the most valuable resources deposits from all of them long ago. The facilities have largely been forgotten in the face of greater excitement among the system's inner planets. Excitement, huh? Leave it to this Asari to get excited over other planets. Hesperia period statue. Hesperia period statue. It's hard to say. Jesus!
Faster than light jump successful.
Alright. That was rough. Come on, fuel. I know you're out here.
Evasion successful.
Or not. That's cool, too. Oh, come on. Right in front of a
Reapers
Reaper.
eluded.
Investigate. 400 units. Oh! Thread the needle.
Faster than light jump successful.
Let's get out of here. Jeez. This is going to be a resource collecting episode. Can't be that short of fuel. Well, almost down to half. Fill her up, Joker. 66. Was that because I left fuel there on purpose? Oh, this is why I shouldn't. This is Alliance territory, isn't it? Oh, well, figures there wouldn't be anything here, though. And this one, I don't think will show up until it's plot related. At least when I go through Reaper, or when I go through Mass Effect gates, and they're far, like there's a lot of them. I only have to watch the one jump. Hey, that was quick. Celeste? Celeste is the large satellite of the gas giant Cernos. Ancient asteroid strikes deposited major loads of element 0 within the molten sulfur mantle. Sounds delightful. Eldfell Ashland energy mining operations made it the largest source of Starship drive core material in the Attican Traverse. Now, the Attican Traverse, that's where Batarians are from, which threaten the Celestians' native biodiversity with industrial waste. Celestin is racked with volcanism due to tidal stresses from Ceranos because of the weak solar output. Plant-like life on Celestin is not carbon-based and photosynthetic, but silicon-based and thermosynthetic, requiring heat rather than sunlight to power chemical reactions. These organisms flourish in volcanic vents and during solar flares. When Baylor, Celestian's sun, can double or triple in luminosity. Oxygen-breathing habitation is not possible outside its many domed cities. These cities are now feasts for Reapers who drove off Celestian's protective fleet and now threaten to puncture domes to force the population into submission. 1.8 billion. That's a lot of people. So what do I get when I scan? 1.8 million refugees? Because that's not exactly a war asset. Search unsuccessful. No active power source or evidence of recent habitation is likely due to Dr. GNU. It's unlikely Dr. GNU will be found here. Oh, Garneau? It's Garneau. Will be found here. Continue your search.
Garneau is not located in this system.
What is happening? It's not even what I was attempting. I'm confused. Apparently there's a mission that I'm not following very closely. Oh god. Oh, right, you can't get out that way. Oh, are you kidding me? Sure. No, this is... I loaded the wrong game. I'm looking at fish. There we go. That's better.
I found something.
You found two somethings. I found fuel that I don't need. Oh boy. I found Reapers. I guess I found three somethings. And I found another planet. Bress. A number of Fomor Belt. A member of the Fomor Belt. Brest is a dwarf planet with no atmosphere. Is that where dwarves come from? Aw. It is, however, rich in lithium. Oh boy, sounds happy. Which is integral to the heat sinks of many starships and handheld weapons. A large robo-mining operation from Celeste once existed here, but the miners quickly abandoned the area when they learned they were in the path of the Reapers. Fire up that scanner, Edie. That's definitely a rock. Synth diamond heat sinks. Sounds really good for the Crucible. They could always use some synthetic diamond heat sinks. Oh god, not again. No, no, no. God, I forgot. I'm so dumb. I just hit resume. Will it just dump me back in? Let's just do this right. And not.
I found something.
We just won't miss, and I won't have to worry about Reapers. That was awful. Awful. Systems where you can't leave. Why can't I just fly out into deep space and come back in? Like, why are you so confining, Mass Effect? Let's find not the doctor, because that's always fun. They even give you a location. They're like, this is where he isn't. Jeez, that pissed somebody off. Alright. Get out of there. Jeez, what an awful, awful place. Communications hub. I could actually probably do the communications hub this episode because it's just a quick N7 mission. Assuming I didn't die. So I'm about 16 minutes into this episode, I think.
Signal confirmed.
But yeah, this is actually feeling like a little too much. Pragueia. This is where Jack's research station was. The jungle planet Pragueia is overrun by choking hypergrowth caused by industrial mutated plant species. Wow. This combined with its relative isolation and lack of population has made Pragueia an occasional base of operations for drug runners, weapon smugglers, pirates, mercenaries, terrorists, and intelligence agents seeking secrecy and Cerberus. Sustained habitation on Pragueia is extremely difficult, where mutant and even poisonous plant life can overgrow colonies in days instead of years. Yeah, well, you could be like Shepard and just set off a nuclear weapon in the middle of a Cerberus research station. Research data from Pragueia. Jack would not be happy. Did I already scan this? I have the worst memory in the world when it comes to playing games. I expect the game to record certain... certain things for you. Like, especially in point-and-click adventures, when they, like, give you a series of answers. I don't, like, out of order from your puzzles. I don't particularly like it when they expect you to write that down in your own notebook. Oh, jeez. Way the heck out here. I totally missed my insertion point. Is there a joke there somewhere?
Evasion successful.
I think that Myst was big on that. If you ever played the original Myst, sometimes it would be helpful to maybe make a map for your own use or something. I just prefer when the game handles that for you. Yam. With over 90% of its surface covered in oceans, Yam is a habitable nitrogen-oxygen world, but its extremes can be quite hostile to sapient life. The heat from its extremely long days reaches dangerous levels ranging from 44 degrees Celsius at night to 53 in the afternoon in the temperate zones. That's the temperate zones, huh? Hurricanes run unchecked across the oceans with winds reaching up to 250 kilometers per hour. While there are some arthropod-like animals, the predominant life forms of life are various kinds of toxic algae blooms that stretch hundreds of kilometers across. However, other biohydrocarbon algae blooms are sustainable for use as biofuel. And farming the green gold forms the backbone of Yam's economy. Capital, New Karnak. Isn't Karnak an Earth, like an ancient Earth city? I don't know. I'm not a history major. Alliance Marine Recon Unit. What do you guys run a recon on out here, huh? Are you serious? What am I missing? Oh, it's right there. Didn't even see it.
Reapers eluded.
All I know is it's right in front of some Reapers, but it's probably fuel, and oh boy, 300 units. God bless Joker.
Successful.
Quirtasi? Is that a Scrabble word that doesn't require a U after a Q? Holy sun, Batman.
Signal confirmed.
Yeah, well, there's not much room for anything else here. Norisa is an unremarkable methane ammonia ice giant. Well, I guess the larger a sun could be, the cooler it could be, with a small family of icy moons. It's likely that the Quirtasi system had additional worlds early in its history, but these have been swallowed by the aging giant. Yeah, I think, pretty sure stars cool down when they get bigger like that. So there's less fusion going on. Quirtasi is an elderly metal-poor population 2 star, broadly similar to Arcturus. Well, then what could we hope to find here? I'm confused. Oh, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. It just wouldn't let me traverse the pole. Really? That was the closest way to get here, was to go up and over? Maybe. I guess if it's good enough for planes, it's good enough for me. Good thing the Trafalgar's here. Awesome. Awesome. A whole 50 units of fuel? Disappointing. Disappointing. That's what I would call that system. Ah!
Evasion successful.
Hooray! Alright. I think we're going to wait on the Kepler Verge, because when I do that mission, which won't be this episode, I will scan it. And I do believe, with the exception of that guy who's going to try... There's no gate here. Seen some dark days. Wow, this place is a good place to vacation. Hourglass Nebula. Obviously named by humans. Of course, I'm sure if it had been named by, like, Asari, it would be named after the goddess of hourglasses, with some unpronounceable name. Gosh, there's so much stuff here. I don't wanna. Eronel? Eronel is a garden world in the last stages of habitability. While its soil still supports agriculture, its animal biodiversity has fallen to record lows, and the most successful remaining life is toxic blue-green algae and insect-like pest species. A large Solarian colony is trying to restore biodiversity onto the planet, but setbacks are a fact of life. The facts of life. The facts of life. You take the good, you take... Mineral and fuel mining remains lucrative, however, and Eronel has a thriving spaceport that refuels many ships passing into the Terminus system. Cool story, bro. I wonder if that's like a theorized thing, that planets will eventually lose their biodiversity in the later stages of their habitability, even without humans being an influence. Might not need this fuel. Oh, I did. 100 units. Oh, man. We're just laden with fuel. Ploitari? Welcome to the system of Ploitari. So Willow? Faryar? Who names this stuff? I mean, I assume it's named after scientists, but man.
Signal confirmed.
Oh man. People named Smith and Jones need to discover more things. Believed to be a post-garden world, Xanthu has large deposits of calcium carbonate in its sedimentary rocks, indicating it may have once had plate tectonics and even plant life. Is that what that means? Calcium carbonate means plate tectonics and plant life? I see where it would mean plant life. I don't know. Its swirling clouds of dust and snow may have occurred more recently and blocked the sun, creating a mass extinction event. Or Amy? Is that what that's called in that one movie? Amy? Was that Deep Impact? I can't remember. Its surface gravity is comfortable, and its temperature tolerable by most station species. Comfortable and tolerable. I hope if I'm ever a planet, that's how they describe me. Comfortable and tolerable. Terminus freighters. They're going to help me move supplies to the Crucible. Oh, geez. Realm.
Reapers eluded.
That was a quick system. I'm almost out of fuel. I don't know what happens if you have to get towed. I think it's an automatic fail. Critical mission failure. Shepard ran out of fuel because he didn't ask for directions.
I found something.
Aha! Reapers. Lots and lots of Reapers. Habilis. Habilis is a second-tier garden world. Lots of garden worlds that receives little attention from the galactic community. A Silurian mining expedition initially discovered the planet, which was promptly strong-armed away from them by organized crime fighters. Organized crime figures, not fighters. Organized crime fighters would be like superheroes in like a League of Justice. Crime figures, that's a little different. That's statistics on paper. You're like, hey, look at these crime figures. Anyway, exploration rights were then sold to the highest bidder, which led to a brief burst of mining colonies in the late 2000s. In the late 2000s? Late 2000s. But most of those were abandoned when other planets were found with more accessible resources. Though Habilis has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere capable of supporting life, its rotation period is slower than Earth's, making its day and night 98 Earth days long. That's just a smidgen slower. It just likes to relax. The intense heat on one side of the planet and extreme cold on the other make for violent storm cells whenever the sun is rising and setting. As a result, the flora and fauna of Habilis, if I just say it fast enough, maybe you won't notice that I have no idea how to pronounce anything in this game, have developed the capability to live in the cycles of ice, flooding, baking heat, and dramatic air pressure changes. The biota of the planet has been largely unexploited by exotic pets and gardening trades, since simulating their natural conditions is problematic for the average consumer. The biota? Is that like flora and fauna and biota? I don't know. You know, I need a consultant to help me pronounce these words. Perhaps an Asari scientist to sign on to our project so I can speak better. Shadow Broker support team. Liara, is there something you'd like to tell me? Come on. There's still one more thing here. Nothing, huh? Boy, that guy's coming in quick, isn't he?
Evasion successful.
Less than what should be like in the center system, and that's what I forgot to scan. Come on, Edie. Scan faster.
Reapers eluded.
What the heck? Whoops, now I came in on the wrong side. don't think there's something for me to find here. I think that it might be plot-based, and that's why I can't find it.
Faster than light jump successful.
Alright, we're gonna leave it behind. I really needed that fuel. There better be a ton of fuel here.
Signal confirmed.
Holy cow. Give me that fuel. 750 units. 600 units. Awesome. Hey, I found everything in one scan. Alingon? Deceptive. Okay. Oh, that's what it means in Solarian. Was so named by Solarian scouts because of their probe. Because as their probes landed on the planet, their instruments started going awry. This turned out to be due to the high concentration of magnetically active paraclass magnesia. Is that like magnesium? In the core of the planet's. In the core and the crust of the planet. This interferes with scans and broadcasts, which have given rise to countless spacer stories of pirates lying in wait in Allingon's magnetosphere, or crashed ships with untold fortunes stranded on the surface. In reality, any pirates would have a hard time locating prey amongst all the interference, and would live lives cut off from the rest of the galaxy as the magnetosphere kills extraplanetary communications. Allingon's other natural features are a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide, spectacular dry ice formations, spectacular dry ice formation, and xenon gas, which can be skimmed from the upper atmosphere and used in ion thrusters. Awesome. Oops. Alright, well, see what we find here. This episode didn't go according to plan. It was not a Citadel episode. Shadow Broker Starship Tech, oh boy! And apparently, instead, we've just managed to spend, 28 minutes? I have no idea how long I remember. This is awful. Man, I'm glad there were 600 units of fuel there, because I never would have made it. We managed to spend this entire episode of an unknown length of time searching the galaxy for absolutely nothing. But, just to prove how serious I am about doing a Citadel episode, we're going to go there right now at the end of this episode. And if I really knew how much time I had left, I might read some more assets, because apparently we got a lot. I like to whisper when things get really loud. In contrast. Dock it up. Alliance docks. Do you need me to arrange any ship transport, any station transport?
Do you need ground transport?
Ground transport? No thanks. I've got legs.
Commander.
Man, I'm gonna feel guilty looking at any sorry. Alright, here we are. We're all ready to get into a Citadel episode. So, that was space mining. It is super fun, right? Alright. Episode 65. Thanks for watching.